Hey guys, first fan of the night.
First fan of the night.
What do we have here, your metalness?
This is a new gold line that I got from Eric Jongward at Fanimation.
Nice.
And I think it's dated, I thought I saw it dated at 2022, so.
That rings a bell. It's been a while since I looked at it, but yeah, I think so. And, yeah. Anything else you want to say about it before we test it? We know what a gold line is.
Well, of course, I actually see this, of course, being the modern current gold line. I do see these kind of everywhere in a lot of places. Mm-hmm. The most known grocery store of the newer pick and saves seem to all have these.
Which I appreciate.
Yeah, a lot of them do, though. There's a pick and save by my former high school that was built in 2010. I remember it getting built. It was built on the former Kmart property. And that has these gold lines in it. Mm-hmm. The one on Menominee Falls on both sides of County Line Road by Fleet Farm.
Yep.
That one's got them, but they're painted brown.
Yeah, a lot of them painted them. Some didn't. Some did and some didn't, and I don't know why.
The one by my high school did not. The one up the road here did not.
Okay. Must be the one by my house that they're painted then.
Yeah, and then there's another one, I believe, in Sun Prairie, a little more west. Mm-hmm. That one has them painted.
Gotcha. But still got gold lines?
Yes.
So of the pick and saves around here that were built recently, most have gold lines. One has silver lines, maybe more than one, but one that I know of. And then one has 36-inch gold lines, even though it's a full-size grocery store.
I've seen the one you did on the 36-inch.
That's in Middleton, Wisconsin, if you know where that is.
I think I do, sort of.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of these. Or I told you my parents' former church, when I was a kid, had 36-inch.
Yeah.
It looked similar to GMS.
Yep.
The church itself did, but laid out the same way. But that one had 4 36-inch going horizontally. So
that's probably about the same amount of fan that we currently have in GMS, because 256 and 436 is probably pretty similar. Yeah. So they both needed more, but you know.
Yeah, I agree they do. But then I found out, looking them up, they replaced them with 5-blade abominations.
Yeah.
You know, builder fans or whatever, Home Depot fans.
Well, you ready to see how this one runs?
Oh, yeah. Now I gave it an initial test, so I'm going to do 0 to high.
Let's do 0 to high. Do you remember what kind of inrush these normally have?
I know little at most.
Okay, I don't remember, so if you're gonna guess small,
yeah,
I'll guess big just in case.
8.6, 8.5. Oh, that is a substantial inrush.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting how that one. Oh yeah, that is definitely. I just forgotten that these.
That's okay. I forgot too. I just guessed. I guessed as well.
Oh, it's dropping to 6.8, but 0.7 is what they're rated at.
Yep. So it's even a little bit under the rated current.
That's fine if it's a little, but it's still moving really good air.
Absolutely.
That's not a bad thing.
It's funny. This is every other test day that we've done this summer has been very hot in here.
Yeah.
And it's a little chilly in here today. Not like cold. But, like, it's comfortable until you turn that gold line on high, and it's a little nippy with the gold line on high. That gold line is really doing some fast work. You want to check the power factor and all that?
Of course I will.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So, I'm going to go up. Here's watts.
So it's the power factor close to 1.
Yep, it is 1.
Yep.
It is 1 because, it's a very efficient fan, actually.
Are you going to go up there and measure it?
Yeah, I'm going to measure this one.
He's going to measure this one.
I don't think we ever, I don't know if we measured a modern gold line.
We've done a 60-inch, like a platinum line.
Right,
I don't know if we've done a
56-inch standard gold line. Whoa, 1032. Hold on. Yeah, 1032.
That's very fast. Yeah, 344.
Yeah, that looks about that.
It is flying. I'll give you that.
Yeah, and it's drawing a little under the rated current, but it's going. Usually these things are at least 300 RPM.
Oh yeah.
Or more.
Yeah, this one seems like a really good performer too.
Yeah, remember 36-inch ones are like 400 some RPM.
Yeah. Well, let's measure this one.
Yeah. That's a.
Do we want to bring the anemometer when we go back to the warehouse on Sunday? We want to measure the systems of anything there.
I don't mind taking those. Okay. Holy crap. This is like 669. I just saw.
So that is 11,400.
Yeah, that's.
So that is more than some of the older gold lines, honestly.
Yeah, it is. I know. You said when you first tested one of these, you said you couldn't understand why you couldn't feel any air.
Yeah, but like, so I bet you, like, when you go up the ladder, you probably don't feel like a super strong breeze. Yeah. I feel a super strong breeze sitting here.
I actually feel a breeze.
Okay.
I actually do feel a breeze on this.
Yeah, I think when I was first testing it was in my parents' basement, which has a pretty low ceiling.
Yeah.
So it's not an ideal.
Yeah, this is a pretty.
This is the perfect test space for something like this, with the big space and the high ceiling.
Feeling that air really flowing.
Yep.
That's good.
This is a good way to get the most out of it.
Then I remember we did one in the attic.
We did.
And you said you felt it all the way to the stairs.
Yeah.
Twice the distance we were doing our ideal.
There you go.
Yeah, our ideal airflow test without CFM. Okay, time for spin down. And I know this is going to have a long spin down.
I mean, I guess, yeah. This was installed or it wasn't installed, or we don't know?
It had to have been because the cord was cut to make wire leads out of it. So that was definitely...
Well, they did have some from the factory that came with wire leads.
No, the cord was in the box.
Oh, then yeah. So yeah, then yeah, because if it had just been sitting in the box for a while and never installed, I was thinking it could be stiff, but it doesn't look stiff, that's for sure. And it's not performing like it's stiff either.
No, it's drawing the current. It's drawing a little under than what it said to draw, so...
Yeah, it's performing great. I heard that this might go in the bedroom of METALNESS.
I'm thinking heavily of that.
Well, especially now that we see how well it performs, I think you should. What do you have in there right now?
My brown original.
Ah.
I think one of that is because of seeing my dad's church.
Yeah. Your dad plays at that church every Sunday now?
No, it's every other.
Gotcha. That's still pretty often.
Well, he's got in a rotation.
Gotcha.
It's a rotation of musicians.
Uh-huh.
Well, what he tells me, they do this for their late service. Their early services with the organ.
Gotcha.
And then their late services with like him and the musicians.
Yeah.
In front of everybody.
Nice.
Yeah, so they have two types of services they're trying to offer.
Yeah.
Is what he's saying.
Oh, wait, never mind. Oh, scratch.
It's still spinning down.
Yeah, quite the long spin down on this.
So there's definitely not stiff, and that's got good bearings.
No, this one's performing like a champ.
It is.
One of the things about any of the new fans you get today, even the best quality ones like gold lines and whatnot, there's always some variation. And
sure.
and I've, because like when I did that laundromat that had 9 36-inch gold lines.
Oh, yeah.
One of them was clearly weaker than the other ones. And the owner, he actually sent that one back. Even though it performed fine, it was just weaker than the other ones. He's like, no, I want them all to be the same. So he sent that one back. Where do we think it's going to start?
Oh, I think this should start pretty low. And also I remember the control that I've used on my black one.
What was that?
A standard 5813.
Okay.
I know that for a fact.
So where do you think it's going to start?
I think I'm going to guess 2.
I'll say 3 then.
Okay. 1, 2. Nope. 3. No. 4. 5.
I think it would have kept going at 4, don't you?
No.
Try it again. I think it would.
Okay. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah. Okay, so yeah, disco ball speed. So
Yeah.
here's 5.
You could always attach a disco ball to a gold line and hang it from the bottom of the motor. Never had the chance to do that, but why not?
Okay, so since I remember these running, giving a really good low on 5.
Yeah.
I want to show. Like this is perfect for like bringing heat down.
Yeah.
So we're on 5. Yep, this is a perfect low on 5 right here.
I agree.
Yeah. Here is 6. Seven.
Uh-oh. I wonder what's going to happen after 7.
Yes, we know what's gonna. Well, I can't do it because my phone.
Yeah, I'm going to do it with mine, and we'll have to splice it in. It's not ideal, but I'll survive.
Okay.
Let me know when you're ready to move on.
Here comes 8.
And now, a word from our sponsor.
Crunch, 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 crunch. Still crunching. I'm going to take some nerds, though.
Yeah. Oh, you gave away.
Oh, that's right. Well, nobody's been playing the game. I wish they would. Well, nobody. I'm gonna have some of the mystery candy that nobody mentioned.
Okay. This is 8, so this is your perfect medium low or grocery store speed. I do know that the Pick and Save by Fleet Farm in Germantown, the one that's on that corner, they definitely got a control somewhere.
Because they're not on high.
Yeah, that, and I've seen them on different speeds. Sometimes they've been on high lately.
Interesting.
Then I've seen them on low.
Yeah, most of the pick and saves I've seen run them on high.
Really? Because the one in New Berlin also has gold lines. These gold lines, and some are on high.
Yeah, not all of them. Not all of them run them on high, but I've seen a lot of them on high.
Yeah, the one by my high school, not on high. They're at this speed too.
Yeah, I mean,
Here's 9.
from a
10.
childhood perspective or an aesthetic perspective, I agree that the 8 is the perfect grocery store speed.
Yep.
However, from a practical perspective, when you have a huge warehouse type space like a big box store or Pick and Save or something like that, you want them on whatever the fastest speed is that doesn't bother anyone. So I would probably say medium high would be what I would pick, which is what we have for the GMS ones. They're on like a medium high. Well, they were on like a medium low. Now they're on a medium high.
Yep. Okay.
We moved them to high or medium
here's
high.
11.
Wonder what's gonna happen after 11. And then I moved them back to low, and then somebody moved them back to medium high, which was nice.
Okay.
So it means they're actually using them.
Yeah. And then here comes 12.
And now, a word from our sponsor.
Crunch, 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 crunch. I'll tell you something, your metalness.
Yeah.
A new gold line,
Yeah.
still a great looking fan.
Of course it is.
That is a freaking great looking fan.
It is.
I dare say it looks almost as good as the older ones.
Right, the surrounding ones, surrounded by gold lines.
Yep. It's among family.
It actually is.
When you're here, you're family. There's a whole box of capacitors. We were looking for capacitors.
Right, but none of them are 4s. They're all like 4.5.
Oh, yeah, that's 4.5. You're right.
And
They all-
5.
4.75, yeah.
Yeah.
But a 4.5 is close, though.
Well, actually, it does kind of make a difference if you go from on a lower value.
Yeah, but it shouldn't hurt anything. It'll just make the fan
Then
faster.
here's 13. So this is this would be your medium high. So we're at 5.3. This is what I would get
Yeah.
for my standard wall control, and so I get a good speed range on that standard 5.8.13.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind a little faster for medium high, so I wonder if we could find a 5, 10, 15. You know, that's my favorite control.
Yeah, here is 14.
Even a 6.814 isn't bad either.
Yeah.
6 is a little fast for low, though.
Right. Here's 15.
Yeah, 15 is perfect. That's the speed I would want.
16. But like I said, I know that there's a control somewhere for those few pick and saves, but don't know where.
Oh yeah, well, I'm sure that if you ask the right person, they would show you. You'd probably have to talk to like either a maintenance person or a store manager.
Yeah.
And you'd have to catch them when they're not busy, because if they're busy, they're just gonna tell you in a nice way to fuck off.
Yeah.
But I'm sure if you talked about it the right way, you would.
Yeah. Here is 17.
I wonder what might happen in a few values.
Yeah.
Getting awfully close to a value that I have concern.
19.
Very close.
And here comes 20.
And now, a word from our sponsor.
Crunch, 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 crunch. Yeah, that's damn near high right there.
Yep.
That's not even backed off high. That's very close to high.
Right.
I'm sure there's still a difference, but like,
Yeah. At this.
if you told me that was high and I didn't look at the control or the amp meter, I would believe you.
Yeah, this is kind of more like how a couple of the gold lines you just got last year, they're from that department store, perform like.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah.
unions. And okay, there's 3 surviving Kohl's unions
Yep.
up there.
Yep.
Now 2 of them perform like my union, which is like insane.
Yep. And one of them's a little slower.
Yes, it performs just like the ones you got from the department store.
Yep, it's clear that they were not that careful about all the motors being identical.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
why a
just
lot of
like
companies
the
switched away from Union,
Yeah.
because the quality control wasn't as good as Taiwan.
22. 25. We're at 6.6.
6.5.
Oh, 6.5. Yeah, that was a little in rush. Let's just go to 30. I'm just
Still under. I don't think we're going to hit a resonance frequency.
I don't think so. Here's 35. So I got 30, 35.
Okay.
And let's just max it out. Yeah, just level
Right
off.
under. Right under.
Yeah.
So how do you think it's going to do on the solid state?
I think it should be, usually these are really good on solid state.
I have had some cases with the new ones where I've needed to put rubber washers under the blades in order for them to be quiet. So you just don't know.
Right.
Like when I did that condo install,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
you want the phone back?
Sure.
Okay. Well, let's see how it does on the solid state.
All right.
So you're going with bedroom quiet or silent?
I'm going to go with bedroom quiet.
I'll go with living room.
Oh, that's not as terrible as...
High end of living room, maybe?
Yeah.
I think if we put rubber washers under the blades, it would go down to bedroom too, because I've done that in the past.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just whatever.
I know it's got the isolation things on the blades.
Yeah.
It does have them.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes for some reason it needs a little rubber too. I don't know why.
Okay.
You would think one or the other would be enough. It's living room. It's not noisy. It's.
If I put this in the bedroom, I probably would go with the 4-speed.
Yeah, I think so.
I would just do that. It's silent with the capacitor.
Yeah.
Control that. It is.
Okay. Well, how metal is this?
Oh, this is easily Extreme Cannibal Corpse. Death Clock approved.
Yep. Definitely, these are Menards to me. In fact, years ago, like probably about 20 years ago, I wrote John Menard and asked him to install these in his stores and carry them in his stores. He never wrote me back.
Oh.
But I would have thought that would have been perfect.
Yeah.
It
would be.
I think pretty much, I don't know too many collectors that don't like new gold lines, although I did see at least one example where a collector installed new can arms in his workshop instead of gold lines. I was like, why would you buy can arms when you could buy gold lines? I don't get it. But I think most collectors like these. Well, time to thank our sponsors. So let me pull that up.
This video is brought to you by the following sponsors: Sandstick, Lightstick, Taco Burrito Mexico, Sperry, the beverage of fan collectors, The Good Manufacturing Company, 81220 LLC, where our motto is crunch, 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 crunch. rickorsheep.com, a fun game you can play with your friends. For more information, go to rickorsheep.com. Power Vacuum, the vacuum with more vacuums. Udong Batteries. When I think of batteries, I think of Udong.
Major funding for this series is provided by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and by the annual financial support of viewers like you.
Well, I think that's all that there is to do with this video. I don't think we have anything else to do. Wait, who's that at the door? I gotta figure out how to... Why, look, it's Metal Jonas.
Oh, that's a lovely doorbell. Oh,
You looking for anything, Metal Jonas?
if you have any Homestead catalogs.
We have 3.
Oh, marvelous, magnificent. Or some Nutone catalogs.
We have 1.
Oh.
What do you think of House on the Rock, Metal Jonas?
Oh, House on the Rock.
One word.
Incredible.
One
One
word.
word. Overwhelming.
One
One
word.
word. Amazing.
Wow.
All right.
I think that's it for this video.
I'm taking my camera, and this is
So-
it for this gold line. And so subscribe to Metal Pete the Metal Fan. So keep on watching it.
Definitely subscribe to Metal Pete the Metal Fan. Thanks for watching. And what else should they do, your metalness?
Buy Fan
Purchase Fanstick. Thanks for
and
watching.
Powermate.
And Powermate.